All right, boys, let's talk teacher bias, shall we? A lot of teachers will tell you that they assess their students in the exact same way based on a standard and objectives. Yeah, that's not true. Your assessment will be affected ultimately by how your teacher perceives you as a human being. So, all you need to do is make sure that your teacher likes you. Now, you have some options. You can play roles in your classroom. You could be effort guy, the guy that always puts in the very best effort, hands in the assignments on time, always, and tries to the best of their ability. That one's a little bit of work. So you do have other options. You could be funny guy. Funny guy provides entertainment for the class, and teachers do like a good funny guy. However, there's a caveat here. Funny guy can go too far. You don't want to be that guy because you end up in the territory where you're not very liked. So just be careful with that one. You could also be volunteer guy. Teachers love a good volunteer, the guy that always puts up their hand and volunteers for just tasks here and there. So playing those roles, you just make sure that come report card time. So it doesn't even need to be throughout the year that your teacher likes you. You just choose times, to play those roles, and make sure that at reporting time, your teacher has a favorable opinion of you. And ultimately, those assignments that are supposed to be, evaluated subjectively, you'll end up getting, say, a 9 out of 10 instead of an 8 or a 7 out of 10. It's, just kind of how it works. All right, fellas, let's talk dating, shall we? I don't know if you've heard. I'm sure you've heard. I've been on a date or two in my time, or three. I'd like to give you 3 things that you can bring to the table when you date that are important. Skill number 1, and it is a skill, is listen. Listen to what she's saying. Hear what she is saying. Remember what she said, and then use that information later on in conversation or on another day. I know it sounds very simple, but it's an attractive quality. It shows attentiveness. Don't just listen to respond. Girls don't like that. Number 2, come to the table with 3 things that you do well. So for example, there's all kinds of options here. One such example would be storytelling. Be a good storyteller. Storytelling and dating kind of go hand in hand. And have a repertoire of stories that you can go to, kind of like stories that you tell that it's your comfort zone. Telling this story, it's like going home. Another example of things that you could do well is have your own style. Take care of yourself. Have confidence in your style. That is an attractive quality. Another thing you could do is make sure that you have something to teach her. This shows you have a sense of passion and that you have drive, also an attractive quality. And lastly, the third thing that you can bring to the table when you date, and this isn't necessarily specific to the girl that you are dating, but simply treat others with respect. As you go through life, how you treat others is one of the most important attributes you can take with you. It shows strength of character. High school can be a horrible place at times for girls, for anybody really. And so standing up for those who are not being treated well goes a long way. Even if it's not a popular decision, be that guy. Be the guy that stands up when no one else does. That is super attractive. All right, so a little side note here with respect to the dating conversation. If you can do one of the following really, really well, you are way ahead of the game. So, your ability to sing, dance, and or play a musical instrument. Any one of those three, it's like a superpower in the dating realm. I'm not kidding. If you want to be really specific with the musical instrument, play the acoustic guitar or the piano. Again, superpowers. Remember that. All right, so there's two skills that have greatly deteriorated over my 20-year career in education that you would do very well to develop. You would be ahead of the game coming out of high school with developing these two skills. One is the ability to write. That's been greatly affected by short form texting, communicating over the computer and through games and what have you. Students have lost that ability. So your ability to formulate an argument and put a logical argument into words and express it is an incredibly valuable skill, and it will also help you communicate and have meaningful conversations and the ability to debate. So develop writing skills. The second one is students seem to have lost, to some degree, have lost the ability to take initiative and think critically, thinking outside the box. Students these days are very good at following instructions. Here's a set of instructions, step by step. Yeah, no problem, I can do that. But asking questions, reading between the lines, and thinking outside the box and putting in original thought into assignments it's certainly not as common these days. So as you go through high school, you go through university, always develop your ability to ask questions and to debate. All right, let's talk high school athletics and trying out for teams. The best thing you can do as a student athlete when you try out for a team is to check your ego at the door. Leave anything you think you know about a particular sport and be open to learning that sport in a new and different way. The players that I choose on my teams are always the hardest workers. Work ethic above talent and ability, though the latter obviously is very important. Work ethic is more important. If you really want to impress coaches, ask them questions at the end of it all. Ask them what your weak spots are, what skills you need to work on. That will go a long way. They will respect that. They will appreciate that. Long-term development in a sport, if you want to get better, say if you want to be a better basketball player, play other sports. Play other sports in the off season. Play soccer, play volleyball. That cross training will make you a better all around athlete. Focusing on one sport year round, you open yourself up to injury and burnout. Boys, if you ever find yourself entertaining the idea of hosting a party at your house, just don't do it. If you want to be happy in life, resist all temptation and urge to cheer for the Toronto Maple Leafs. It will only lead you down the path of disappointment.